Hi everybody, Warren Crank here. I'm at the wonderful Otto's in Townsville and I'm here interviewing Aaron Mealing, a good mate of mine. And we want to talk just now about, what's the difference between just going to work and doing a good job and going home, and going to work understanding that you are a Christian person in that context, in that workplace. It's probably true that many Christians go to work and do a good job, but their faith doesn't really become apparent. I want to talk with Aaron about how he sees his own calling in the workplace, perhaps also as well as chaplain for the North Queensland Cowboys.
Well, I guess it's a bit of a match made in heaven, really, pardon the pun, but I'm pretty extroverted, some of my friends would say. Plus also the Great Commission that Jesus gave us to go into the world and preach the gospel. And I've seen an opening, I suppose, in my workplace where it's a very low percentage of people that would call themselves Christians in the workplace these days. So there's a perfect opportunity there just to be an example for one through your actions. And then, like I said before, get those chances to have a quiet word to those people on the occasion and speak about Jesus. And then in a more official capacity, I suppose, at the Cowboys, where, I'm not expected to preach to the boys, but the boys certainly know that that's what I'm about. And hopefully also through my actions I'm able to go and tell them about the love of Jesus and what Christianity is all about. So I suppose the Great Commission really is what drives me. That's what we're here to do. We're to go out into the world and whether it be our workplaces, sporting groups, families, whatever it is, and just through our actions and through what we know about Jesus and the gospel, preach it.
Now, of course, we're not evangelists at work in that we have a full-time job of reaching people for Christ, but we've got to do a great job. How important do you think it is, Aaron, that you actually are competent at what you do and that you do a good job at work, and what difference do you think that makes?
Yeah, I think people look at us in all different aspects. Whether you know it or not, people make sure that you're living out the life that you're displaying and you're talking about, and you're not just a do as I say, not as I do kind of Christian. But the amount of times I've had to explain stuff to people I've worked with through that, I'm still a sinner. Don't get me wrong there. I'm just as bad as the next bloke some days. But realistically, everything I try and do it to try and glorify God and do my best, especially when you're around your workmates and around the boys of football.
I think that's a good, honest reflection that, people see us at our best and at our worst. And sometimes the way that we deal with our failures in front of other people is really, really important as well. So Aaron has two roles. He's an official chaplain at the North Queensland Cowboys. He's also an unofficial chaplain in his workplace. And here he's just shared with us a little bit of his sense of his own calling and why he positions himself as a Christian person in the workplace and also with the footy club. Thanks for listening, See ya.